Okay, Jackie.
Hi, Jackie.
Jackie, can I just say something before we even get started? Please do not name drop a single person. We want to hear what you have to think.
Well, just real quick, I do have one question to ask. So, are either of you guys familiar with Rene Girard, Aidan Dolar?
You just did exactly what I asked you not to do.
I'm just asking.
You just did exactly what I asked you not to do.
Okay, so Jackie, can you make your own points without referring to other people? Are you capable of that, or else we're just going to drop you and invite the people that you are trying to represent here? Are you going to be able to make your own arguments?
I can make my own points. Yes.
Okay, go make your own
what
points.
I would basically argue is, using the theories of the people I just mentioned, one can argue that we have a metaphysical basis towards ineffable alterity. So what Dolar, I can't remember, would call the object petite a, that is the voice, the ineffable, you could say Lacanian, it's ineffable. You can't understand it, but you have a desire it. It's a cause of desire. And similarly with the concept of the face of the other, I believe, as well as the idea that we have a basic civil consent about not doing sacrifice as a Christianity and Judaism as injections against mimetic violence and desire and scapegoating. Basically, these religious metaphysical axioms give us a reason to you could say have ethical responsibility towards alterity or towards the other, the symbolic big other.
Okay, first of all, you suck at explaining things, Jackie. Are you just saying religion makes us start caring about, comes up with symbolism that makes us use? Hey, I'm talking. Jackie, are you saying that religion gives us symbolisms as an excuse for us to promote sacrifice for the sake of others? Is that what you're saying? Like promote a culture of sacrificing things that might be in your interest for the sake of having a relationship with others, and that's what religion is promoting?
Oh. What I'm saying is religion as the symbolic big other gives us an ethical responsibility towards alterity.
Okay, so religion becomes this big other that when we sacrifice things towards it, it gives us like a practice to sacrifice things for the sake of others, right?
No, it's against sacrifice. It prevents sacrifice. It prevents scapegoating. It prevents scapegoating by the ethical assumption of the metaphysics of transcendence.
Wait, how is it against sacrificing? Religion is all about sacrificing for God, and
this is why, again,
for the sake of the
Girard's concept that we have mimetic desire, and this mimetic desire leads to mimetic conflict, and in the Girardian conception.
Jackie, you really, really suck at explaining things.
Yeah, dude,
you know that?
Here, Jackie, can I say something to you right now? We are both not philosophy majors, okay? You have to take what you are saying to us and explain it to us as if we were children. And you're not able, you are saying things that are just going, and like Armin said, you're really bad at explaining stuff. Okay, it's almost like you're just reading out of this philosopher's book, right? And honestly, I don't give a shit about philosophy. I don't really care about philosophy at all. Go ahead, Armin.
Kelley,
go ahead.
I think that's an insult to philosophers. I read some philosophers. They don't talk like this. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. Jackie, I think, is making philosophy more complicated than even philosophy is. And I think I don't know. Are you trying to sound intelligent by using words in a more complicated way than necessary? Jackie, if you cannot communicate to people in a clear way, then it doesn't matter if you think very smart. You're not very smart if you can't recognize that you need to communicate in a way that is understandable. But go on.
Could I just have like 1 minute or so to explain what I mean? Because I don't.
Okay, my mouse is hovering over the drop button right now, and if you start talking in a way that sounds like you're just trying to use complicated language to make make yourself look smart without actually being able to communicate what you're saying, then I'm just going to quickly click on the drop button. So this is your final warning. Talk like a normal person, okay? Talk like usually people talk to each other. Go ahead.
Okay. So basically what I'm trying to argue is that human beings can't understand the voice of the other, but we are motivated by it. It informs our decision making, it informs our subject, and this is what I'm saying is Malad and Dolar's theory that the voice is the Lacanian objectivité. I've heard about his relationship with
you totally lost me. We were getting somewhere and you got about halfway through that sentence and you totally lost me.
As an ineffable disclosure of the alterity of the
and you don't even care.
Says,
yeah, okay, bye-bye. Okay. Voice of the other. So
I warned you.
Like, let's say, yes, no, but guys, if you, for example, if you're saying the voice of the other, this is how philosophers talk when they're trying to explain their philosophy, okay? If you're saying the voice of the other, for example, you might actually have a point there. But if you're using that, you have to say, what the fuck does that mean? Okay, this is because when anybody that has a certain philosophy, they're using terms that they use to describe a phenomenon or a set of ideas or something, but they define it. They don't just label things without definition. So even philosophers, when they want to talk to each other, when they use certain phrases like that, they also have explanation for what that means. What are they labeling things like that? So the voice of other by itself doesn't mean anything unless you tell your audience, even other philosophers. Like, it's not just you guys who don't understand this. Other philosophers wouldn't understand this either if they didn't get the definition of what that phrase means or what that label means. You need to define your terms before you communicate with people, or else these things by itself have no meaning at all. They're void of meaning.